And yeah, first of all, I'm Andrii. I'm a principal software engineer and delivery hero. And if you would have any questions, you can contact me, connect to me. Yeah, please do this. You also can send photos to me of me. And yeah, icebreaker about my first and the last interaction with Kleinanzeigen. I was surprised so many people using, yes, you're using, but how you do this? I have a story behind it. This is me back to 2021 maybe. You see me happy carrying the SUP. If you don't know, this is stand-up pedal, this thing. We didn't buy it, my wife got it as a Christmas present from her company, and we wanted to sell it. And where to sell it? Kleinanzeigen. She created an account and she was blocked in 5 minutes. So Alex, you in 20 minutes maybe you have answer why this happened. So yeah, she got blocked, and I still have some strange theories about what happened to this. I still own it, so if you need SAUP during this hot summer, I still own it. So yeah, going to the more serious part, in Delivery Hero, we delivering million orders per day actually. This is across 70 countries. This is worldwide. This is 24/7, and it wasn't like and this is the guy who contributed to this million orders per day actually. 2 weeks ago I did 6 deliveries. Yeah, it's hard, I can tell you. So yeah, it wasn't like this in 2020 when Corona breakout happened. And why? Because we grew exponentially. It was so complicated for us. Back 5 years ago, we had a lot of incidents. It's me actually during the incidents. I was on call, yes. And the problem was our ability to scale our services. And this was a time when we created an amazing document. It's still available. It's not the latest version. It's version from 2021 maybe. We continuously updating the document. But yeah, I really encourage you to check it. I like it. It has a lot of hints how Delivery Hero do things. And yeah, this is kind of our Bible to build software. So one of the action items from this document, not action items, like points, bullet points, about exactly reliability. And it says we design for failure. We implement the following protection mechanism. And one of these protection mechanisms is we prepare for rapid growth with ongoing load test. This is something what happened in 2020. We experienced very rapid growth. And yeah, our services started to fail. So how we do this, it's also a bit outdated nowadays. We have a bit different, but since this is public version, I will refer to this one. We experiment with our services if we can scale, if we can handle the load, which is 3x more than our usual load to the service, or 5x load. It depends, and load test also should last at least 30 minutes. We do this bi-weekly. The load test should have some level of quality, because you don't want to load test your health check, right? You want to load test the real scenario from the production where you call different services, you get some different responses. And yeah, your load test environment should be very, very close to your production. So you want to test something what is real. And yeah, we have some expectations. They are not listed here, but eventually what we expect, it should be less than 2% of errors. It should be less than 150 milliseconds in latency. So this is kind of rules. And the problem, you created a rule, but you don't have a tool. So what you're gonna do? Your guesses?
Create the tool.
Sorry?
Create the tool.
This is the second step. What is the first step? Huh?
Kill the rule.
Manually.
Yes, this is correct. We do this manually. So back in 2020, it was super complicated because this is a real example of the command we were generating for every load test. So it's 12 pages Google Doc with 20 to 30 screenshots, and this only one run. And just imagine this number is also not real. Like in my tribe, we have hundreds of services. Can you imagine running this every week for hundreds of services and writing this document? So we again faced a scalability problem at some point. And what we decided here, we don't need this manual, we will do automation. And we built the automation tool, the second step, yes. And this one is based completely on the Golang default, let me, pointer. Yes, Golang default templating. So this is kind of markdown file. And inside this markdown file, we have these placeholders which Golang templating can replace with some real data. For example, this is just static data we add to the template or to the report. Or we can do real calls to our monitoring system. In this case, it's Grafana. And we have different parameters. So right now we're using Grafana Cloud. In the past it was on premises, so we were deploying our Grafana. And at the end, you can process this data. You can extract some data, such as which country is the biggest country right now in production, what is the load test throughput, what is the production throughput, and so on and so forth. So this is kind of simple numbers we extract from our monitoring system and we inject to the document, but also we can build charts. So again, we call our Grafana, we get some data, and we build charts and inject it to Grafana. So at the end, a report looks the same as it displayed a couple of slides before. And it was amazing. Also, like at the end of the document, we have a section about conclusion. So we need to do some conclusion if this load test was successful or not. And this conclusion is very simple. As you can see, it just checks if our error rate kind of less than 2% of some error rate, did we actually reach the multiplier we expect. And this is templating, but we also have separate tooling, to evaluate your results, because we're reporting these load test results in multiple systems. So evaluation looks like this. So we compare if error rate is less than 2%, or if latency is less than this. And can you imagine if you add a new rule, you need to update it, you maybe need to add some else condition, and so on and so forth. So it's at some point, did we create a masterpiece? I can say back 5 years ago we did create a masterpiece, but at some point we again face a scalability problem. Because when you add more and more rules, you need to holistically look at your load test. You have a problem that you can't teach properly machine how to do this. You need a human to look into this. But technology don't stay still, so you can either run from the technology or you can embrace it. So what we did, we decided to use AI, in this case LLM, to feed it with some information and ask it, please analyze this data for us and give us some conclusions. And like I already mentioned, I'm principal software engineer. It means I'm not coding, so I was so happy to write some code, but unfortunately it was all code I wrote. 3 lines. It's super easy to start with AI, but this is a trap. Because there are some challenges. When you talk to AI, you need to formulate your request properly. This is called the prompt. The results will be always inconsistent, so you can't expect, even with the same run, with the same data set, it will be different response every time. Results different between models. I'm experimenting so far like 5 or 6 months, and two models were deprecated during this time, so I had to upgrade to the new model, and results absolutely different. So you need to adjust your prompt drastically. Results degrading over time. So models, if you use the same model, it doesn't stay still, so it evolves, it adds some new, I don't know, source. So you run something a week ago, you run today, it will be different results. There are some unavoidable limitations, which I will be talking later. There are hallucinations, but this is exactly like hallucination. This is what you need from the AI, because you ask, please analyze and give some conclusions, suggestions, and you need hallucinations. But from another side, it's the biggest problem of AI. And AIs are talkative, they are very talkative. You explicitly tell AI, please give me a number. It will give you a number, but this number will be wrapped in a couple of paragraphs of text explaining what is this number about. So we tried to address some of these problems. So first of all, the prompt generation uses the same templating tool. We use it for entire report. So we're using this Golang templating placeholders. We're calling our monitoring system to gather data. We feed this data to AI, actually. We split our prompt into 3 parts. And this is important. First of all, it's definitions. Second, it's data. So we feed AI with data from production to compare. We feed with data with load test. This is something we need to analyze. And the most important part, we set up response. So we tell AI what exactly and in which format we want. So going a bit deeper, it's a bit smaller, but this is exactly part from our reliability manifesto. So we just tell, this is our principles, this is what we want from load test, please acknowledge this and use it in your evaluations. Second one, data, as I said, we use data from production, so it is throughput, first of all, because we need to calculate multiplier, and this endpoints metadata, because as already mentioned, for us very important that load test makes sense and it has some level of quality. So we need to tell AI, so in production we use these endpoints, in load test we use these endpoints, and AI can compare, saying, okay, this is a good quality of your load test. So second part is load test. It's more data, so we feed the AI with data about what is our memory consumption, what is CPU consumption, what is the latency was in the load test, what is the error rate, what throughput, and again, endpoint metadata. This endpoint metadata, again, very critical for us because we are operating in 70 countries and configurations different in 70 countries, so we use different endpoints, we use different features, so we also want to test real scenarios from the production. And data, in our case, from the beginning, we decided on this format, so we just specify, okay, this is timestamp, and this timestamp, it was this latency in seconds, and we were feeding this data to AI. Setup response, as I already mentioned, it's very important you tell AI, please provide only numbers, don't hallucinate, but still it will provide you much more information than you need. And also you need to specify AI, please, we give you timestamps, but please convert it to human readable time format. So this is our example response, and I can tell you it's pretty good. I mean, it's good analysis, but eventually when you ask AI, please give me a number, you don't expect this, right? You expect some number. Number exists here, try to find it. But this is exactly what I was talking about, talkativity. AI can't just give you a result. It needs some analysis on top of this result. and so on and so forth. This is about multiplier, error rate, throughput, our latency, and so on and so forth. So really I can say AI can do this job, AI can analyze everything, and AI can give you some suggestions. Yeah, there is a summary, and this is important part because from the beginning we were trying to go more simple way, so we didn't feed AI with memory and CPU information. It was only like error rate, latency, and so on and so forth. But then we decided, okay, let's give it more information, how it will deal with it. And this is what happened. For sure, AI didn't fail like Windows on this screen, but it was absolutely feasible that it doing some nonsense stuff. And here we go to these unavoidable limitations. So every model, every AI has some context window which is limited actually. And when you reach this limit, what I experienced it, AI just randomly takes some parts from different of your prompt and trying to analyze it randomly. So it was absolutely nonsense responses when we tried to feed it with more information about memory and CPU. And yeah, this is actually how our data look like. This is Grafana. So like as a human, can you understand what is going on and if there are any problem here? Or this one, this I believe our memory consumption, previous one was CPU. So on example before, I have example of 150 pod, but we are talking about load test when we want to know to run some huge load. And in our load test, usually we run like 1050 pods. So you can imagine the amount of data we generate and the amount of data we're trying to feed to AI. And the problem was here because we also decided this is a good format, but this format introduces a lot of unnecessary text, unnecessary tokens which we feed. Just imagine repeating this 1500 times. So for sure we breached this context window very quickly. So how you can approach this, you maybe can, to pick one of pods and ask to analyze, but which one to pick, it's also kind of problematic. So one approach is to cut your data, or another one approach, to add some formatting on top of your data. And CSV I find very useful in this case, because you can aggregate a lot of data in some specific format. And when you create a file, actually, like this, you can attach this file as attachment to your API request. So you don't need to pollute your prompt with a lot of information, a lot of numbers. So it can be attached. And this is like example how we use right now. So we tell AI, okay, this is memory utilization data is per pod and in comma separated CSV format. First row is specifies the name of the pod, and everything else it's data points. And and this works. After implementing this new formatting, we started to receive some good analysis from AI actually. So in this example, it says, okay, there are some pods which experience some fluctuations in memory. From 1% to 25, there are some pods which experience even more fluctuations. So these pods needs to be investigated. There was one pod which even, degraded to almost 100% of memory. So it says, okay, it's possibly memory leak. The same for CPU. Like it takes your data, it analyzes saying, okay, you have requested this amount of CPU, but neither of pod actually using this amount, so this is okay. This is fun. So going to conclusion. Starting with AI is very simple. As I said, it's like 3 lines of code. It can be very helpful if you wish, and if you know how to formulate properly prompt. Or it can be your nightmare if you don't know. For me, it was a couple of weeks of nightmare trying to make it works. And yeah, formatted data is a solution for, talking to AI and creating the prompt. And we also hiring, sorry for this, if you're interested to solve such complicated problems with me and my team, or you love Golang, you can join us. And yeah, again, if you have any questions, I will be here, so you can ask me here, or you can go to any of these social networks and ask your question. Yeah. Thank you.